Hello agents, last week we held an event for the launch of TU11 and we called it the Race to the Summit. We streamed our part in the event and a lot of you were asking what builds we were using. So in this video today I'll be sharing these builds that we used in our 4-man team as well as our tactics from floor 80 onwards. At the end of this video I will be including the end of our first completion of the Summit on PS4 so that you can see our reaction if you did miss it. But unfortunately YouTube did not save the full 1080p version of this stream and it only downloaded in 360p, which means the quality is dreadful, but there's nothing I can do about that, guys. Sorry. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit the like button to show support, and if you want to see more Division 2 content from myself, then please subscribe. Tomorrow I'm going to be releasing my first TU11 build video that I've made around the new Ridge Rays Pride exotic chest, so make sure you turn on the bell too if you don't want to miss that. So if you do watch us at all, then you'll know that we don't make things easy for ourselves. If you are watching this for the builds to make the final floors of the Summit easier, then you'll have to wait until next week for that video because I'm working on the best method to complete the Summit with ease. A 4-man group is already the wrong way to go about it because of the insane scaling that you get, but I did promise you that I would show you the builds that we used last week, so here they are. As always, I was running with my favourite glass cannon build. This one on screen now has actually had a few minor changes yesterday as I went through my stash and put on some better pieces. The primary weapon that I use is the Eagle Bearer and there's some beastie rolls on it. This is by far my favourite assault rifle on the Division 2, although I know there are harder hitting ones out there. The Eagle Strike talent really does help to make the Eagle Bearer beam, and the tenacity is a lot of fun on difficulties up to heroic. The problem with tenacity and glass cannon on heroic and legendary is that you take a lot of damage and is much tougher to get the free kills to save your life. But on the lower difficulties, if you can get that headshot kill, then you're able to face tank with glass cannon and it is so much fun. My secondary gun and the main gun that I use for higher difficulties is the Baker's Dozen. Even though this has had multiple nerfs, it's still my go-to rifle and hits like a brick. The rolls on this one are perfect, and if you are like me and have a little bit of a dodgy aim at times, then the perfect lucky shot talent comes in clutch. I also believe that the Baker's Dozen is the best gun to have when you get the ammo hoarder directive on the Summit. I would prioritise using this weapon when the directive was on, and I would only use the Eagle Bearer if I had to. I never once felt like I was short of ammo this way. The pistol on the build is just a Mozambique special, but I don't use it for anything. Moving on to the gear, and we'll start with the mask. I run a Walker Harrison Co-mask with max weapon damage, crit damage and crit chance. I also put a crit damage mod on there too. I just have one piece of Walker Harrison Co on my build, so it gives me an additional 5% weapon damage. The chest that I run is the Sacrifice. I have this and another Providence piece on the build, so I'm getting 15% headshot damage and 10% crit chance from the pieces. This piece has max roll of weapon damage and crit damage, but it is far from perfect because I'd want to have the crit chance in place of the hazard protection. Maybe one day I'll get that perfect piece, but with the Sacrifice you get perfect glass cannon, which gives you an additional 30% weapon and skill damage, but it is at a cost of an additional 60% incoming damage. Glass cannon is not for everyone, but for me it suits the playstyle that I like and I love to be on the edge. I've used this build to complete everything the game has to offer, from legendary missions to raids and now the Summit, and I can't see another talent ever replacing this as my favourite. One thing you should know is that you will go down. Glass cannon requires a lot of discipline on a build where you are firing your guns, and if you get upset by going down, then it certainly isn't the talent for you. My holster I have is a Grupo Sombra, which gives me 15% crit damage for the one piece. This could also be Providence because that also gives you 15% crit damage for the third piece, and I just used the best that I had from the two. On this I have max weapon damage and crit damage with 3.9% crit chance, and I have also put on a crit damage mod. The backpack that I use is the gift, which can only be farmed from the DZ. If you don't have a gift, then it really doesn't matter that much, just use a normal Providence. I have max weapon damage and crit damage on this piece with 3.2% crit chance and a crit damage mod. The talent you get with the gift is Perfect Vigilance, but all this does is reduce the time the Vigilance buff gets deactivated from 4 seconds to 3, so a normal Providence backpack with Vigilance will be absolutely fine. I have a pair of Fenris gloves with max weapon damage, crit damage and chance. Having one piece Fenris also gives me 10% assault rifle damage, and then I have the Overlord Fox's prayer knee pads. These give me 10% rifle damage, and I have 14.1% weapon damage roll with 8% damage to target out of cover and max crit damage. The skills I use are a decoy and a revive high. The decoy is great as a distraction for the enemies and cools down really quick for having no skill tiers. And I have the revive high for obvious reasons. And finally, I run the grenade launcher specialization. The two main things that I get from that are that I'm able to survive an explosion once every 60 seconds, which helps me tons, and it also gives me and my teammates an extra 5% damage to targets out of cover. My stats look like this, and I'm currently getting 49.1 crit chance and 182.2% crit damage on my Eagle Bearer. I also have 100% headshot damage too. If I change this to my Baker's Dozen, I increase my crit damage by 2% and reduce my headshot damage by 5%. Taking the build into the firing range, you can see that I get well over 700k crits with my Eagle Bearer to the body and over 1 million crits to the head. This will only go up when you're in a group and you get the extra buffs on top. And the same goes for the Baker's Dozen, which is hitting at over 2.7 million crits to the chest and 3.6 mil crits to the head. Penny and Mark then used builds to support me, and Penny went with a Tardigrade DPS build I have a replica of on screen now. Penny was using the same weapons and had a very similar setup to this on screen. One piece Fenris for the assault rifle damage, Fox's Pennies for the rifle damage and damage to targets out of cover, and then either 3-piece Providence or 2-piece with a Gruppo. Vigilance is then to be rolled on the backpack again, and you want as many crit chance and damage rolls as you can. The Tardigrade chest will always come with armor, explosive resistance and armor regen, but the talent is what the team is grateful for. Whenever you or your allies' armor breaks, they gain 80% of your armor as a bonus armor for 10 seconds. This is so clutch and is like having Unbreakable to a degree. This can happen again after 45 seconds too, and you can reset that timer if you can get a specialization kill. I think the skills Penny was using was a Striker Drone and Revive Hive, but she did put a healer build on the first part of floor 100 just to help things there. Mark was running his True Patriot shield build, which I made a copy of a long time ago and is still effective today as you saw in stream. This build is quite easy to make. Your shield has a ton of health and you also give your team more buffs through the gear set. This is an old build so I won't go too much into it, but he runs 4-piece True Patriot with armor and hazard protection rolls. I roll mine different because I use the Artificer Hive, so I have all repair skills rolled on, but like me, Mark was also running a perfect Vanguard chest and a Forge holster. For the legendary floors, you will have to use the shield where you can only use a pistol, and as long as you can take aggro, stay alive and revive teammates, you're doing the job as a tank. The final build to show you is quite an exciting one, and this is something Kedri put together recently and he used it for our summit run. It is a hybrid DPS skill build. He runs a SIG 556 as a primary with InSync on it, and InSync enables Kedri to get 15% extra skill damage when he shoots people and then 15% weapon damage when his skills are used or damage enemies. If both proc at the same time, he will actually get 30% skill and weapon damage. His secondary is the Harmony, and that has perfect InSync, which means even more damage, and then he ran a tactical M1911 replica as a sidearm. Kedri ran the Coyote's mask to give us all an extra bit of crit chance and damage, and he ran a perfect Spark Gruppo chest to give him even more weapon damage when his skills were in use. He threw a skill haste mod on this, and he has weapon damage, crit chance and crit damage as the rolls. His holster is a Fenris holster with crit chance and damage, and it gets interesting from here. His backpack is a Hanayu Force multiplier that comes with perfect combined arms. He has it set to a skill tier and has skill damage, but he rolls crit damage on it as well with an additional crit damage mod. His gloves are also Hanayu with a skill tier, but he has crit chance and damage on them, and his knees are Wyvern with crit chance and damage again, along with a skill tier. With 3 skill tier pieces and the technician specialization, he is at skill tier 4, and with all the weapon damage and crits on the build, he packs a punch that gets even harder with InSync. The skills he used during our summit run were the assault turret and striker drone, and they came in clutch at times and were doing great damage. No lie, this build has had my head working, and I think I'm going to have to put an evolved version of this build together for you all very soon. I absolutely love the idea. Before we finish, I do also want to advise on our tactics from floor 80 onwards. We would always enter every room and play from the back, knowing we could exit if needed and funnel enemies back to where we came from. This was clutch numerous of times, and if ever there was an objective, Mark would use his tank build to try and do it while we all covered him from a distance. Penny would be the one that got Mark up if he went down, and on every checkpoint floor, we didn't actually do this last week, but if you get cool skills, just wipe as it will respawn you on that floor with refreshed directives. Core skills is the worst one that you can have, and if you dodge this, then things can be a lot easier, so we highly recommend this. And this is now the end of the video, and as I promised, I'll finish off with our final battle against the Hunters from our first summit completion on PS4 last week. Again, I'm really sorry about the quality of this. YouTube has really done me over on this one, and there's nothing I can do. But you'll still hear our reactions though as we complete it. And again guys, please do hit that like button if you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more Division content from me. And then once you are finished here, there's a link to our great community in the video description if you want to come and check us out. I'm going to now leave you with this clip. Thank you all for watching, and until the next video, peace out.
There's one just to the right here. I'm gonna be throwing fire on you guys, just like don't panic.
Get them using those heals. Right, when that shock's running out, gives a shout, I'll get mine out. If it takes that long.
It's about to run out.
Okay. Oh, I'm disrupted. Shit, anyone else not disrupted? Are we all disrupted, Rem? We're disrupted, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
On the
out.
bottom stairs.
Come on. Okay, mine's going out now.
Oh, as mine runs out, I have mine back.
Oh, do you? Oh, sweet, okay.
Looks like it.
On the bottom stairs. One rushing, one rushing.
They're back. Oh, unlucky.
He ran away, he ran away.
Maybe. This is going better.
Seeker mine.
We do.
Yeah, this Seeker mine, I think.
Okay, one's low on armor. He's about to go and heal himself. There you go. Got one healing. So there's one healed. He'll heal twice at least, so.
Whoa, hey, whoa, whoa, hey, hey, whoa!
Oh shit, I left my light. I obviously made a nail again. I'm having a moth
One is
situation.
on the stairs. Everyone's just running around like little chickens in there.
Yeah.
The longer it's staying there, though, like G said, the better, because they want to heal.
Yeah, if we can run through the heals. I believe Massive said, like, they don't have insta heals, don't they? There is a limit to heals that they have. And that's on
I think
the.
it was like 3, I think.
Yeah, is it 3? Okay. So once you rinse through the heals, if they all stay out there, eventually they'll die, won't they, right?
I think so.
I'm gonna stay in here.
One pushing.
Nice.
Where did you put that?
No, it's gone. And another one.
Wow, they threw a shirt all the way in the back to the room.
Really?
5, yeah.
Have we got it yet?
Right there.
One bottom stairs. Going away. Bottom stairs, coming up now. From G.
There's one down. GG's. Keep going, we got this.
Come and get your friends, buddy, you little shit!
Come on, fuckers.
One up, one up. On G again. You see him?
Oh! We've got a shock trap. Another one's in, another one's in. We need to get this one on the left.
Got
Okay.
him.
And there's another shock, another shock, another shock, another shock. Nice, nice. Two more, two more.
That's 3 down.
Fuck me, man. My hands are
Your
going
friends
again.
are dead.
2 of you left,
Your
fuckers.
friends
Come
are
on.
dead. I'm putting another shock trap down.
Do you need my slap trap so I can get it on cooldown?
Ooh.
He's in the background. Right at the back middle.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know where his other one is.
If Massive put server reset in 10 minutes, someone get on the phone to whoever it is to fucking cancel that shit. Imagine. Okay. Drone left.
Drone above you, G. Dead.
I've got the wrong gun on.
He's putting drone up. Has he got a fixture in that one? Yeah, he's got a fixture in there, yes.
This guy is just on a heal.
Nice. He's got to make it on. There you go.
Do you reckon we can get in a little bit?
I wouldn't risk
I won't
it.
risk it.
Brothers from another mother.
I just don't want to do the bit before this bit again.
I know, this bit is good.
Yeah.
Okay, he's about to do another heal. There's
Right,
another
that's about to
heal.
make it.
There's
Okay.
what, 2 of them left?
Yeah, just 2.
Yeah.
We've done 3.
Oh, I've got
just
no
got
fucking
them.
medkits left. Shit.
Throwing a shock out.
There's a make it box down there, isn't there?
To your left.
There's nothing in it.
She left.
No, there's
Oh,
nothing in
good,
it.
that's fine. Come on, mate. You know you want to push us.
Turn the drone back
There's
on.
nothing up here. We promise.
3 of your buddies came in and having a cup of tea. Come and join them.
Yeah. Come inside and have a nice cup of tea.
Well, if I pull back a bit now, I think it might be how far forward is the reason why I went pushing so much. So I stayed there. If we pull back a bit, maybe.
Yeah. Somebody's pushing.
Here you go.
Go.
Oh, you bellend! He's healed as well.
No.
It's alright.
It's all good. It's all good. He's done. One more.
Right, now we can push the last one if we want to. It's 4v1.
Yeah. Where
Sure.
do we know where he is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I see him. I
Yeah,
see
he's
him.
back left. There you go. He's one who's got to make it for the team. I don't think he will.
I'm going up top right. Go left and right.
Yeah. I'm staying down bottom.
Okay, that's
Go
fine.
left.
I'm pretty sure he's going to make it. It's left either, so.
Is that him over there? Is it? Yeah.
System restored.
Careful, Mark.
GG's.
Nice. Not getting no shots on him. Finish him. GG's! Come on! Ooh, well done. I'm looking at this loot. Oh. I can't. One at a time. One at a time. One at a time.
Queue up, gentlemen. No, move.
Stupid.
Good shit. Good work. Wait, throw a roll here. Who wants to do the honours of calling for the extraction? I've done it once.
Kedri, you do it.
Yeah, go on, Kedri. Call us in. Oh, Penny, you ready? Yeah.
Bam, bitch!
Done!
Yay!
Oh, what's Zenith?
Patch, that'll be. High-rise backpack trophy, Zenith patch, and the skin.
Oh, wow.
That helicopter's fucking flew round.